Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. And welcome to Turning Your Passion into Profit Morning Show. How's everybody doing today? We hope that you're having a fantastic day wherever you may be around this globe. This is Friday, the day before the weekend, and we hope that you have great plans this weekend, whatever that may be, whatever that might look like to you. But always remember this, take some time out for yourself. Take some time out to really enjoy, yourself, some self-care. You know, take some time out, how would you say this, to smell the roses. Sometimes we get so wrapped up in our daily activities that we forget about ourselves. We forget about, connecting with ourselves, connecting with
Absolutely.
who we are. And that's what we talk about on this program, Turning Your Passion into Profit Morning Show. We want you authors to really know who you are, to get in touch with yourself, to be unapologetic about your identity, okay? Because so many people have identity crisis. They don't know who they are. They don't know their purpose in life. But this is the way that you maximize your potential. When you're writing that message to your ideal audience and you stop leaving money on the table, or, like I always say, won't have those books sitting in the corner in the garage in boxes, collecting dust and deteriorating. So, take some time out of your busy schedule, even if it's 5 minutes, and really connect with who you are and the gifts, talents, and abilities that you possess, those things that are inside of you, those gems, those treasures, whatever that might look like for you. And good morning to each and every one of you who have taken time out of your busy schedule to join us today. And I'm Gertrude J. Chapman, your number one inspirational book coach. And I teach you, women, how to maximize your potential and stop leaving money on the table. And with that being said, let me introduce to you, good morning, Christine, my co-host, Tiffany Rochelle.
I want I want this grand applause when you say that. And you're like, I'm gonna introduce you to my co-host and you're gonna read my bio one day. I just want to sit back like the pastors and the bishops when they get introduced, and they read their long bio, and I just want to sit there with my pastor bishop face and be like, yeah, that's me.
And so I just throw the towel, huh?
I'm ready for that moment. I'm ready for that. And then I'm gonna play the applause. Hey,
Play the applause. That's it.
good. That girl good. And I'm ready for that. Nevertheless, good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm so very happy to be here, and I'm super grateful that you are here. Also, Ms. Gertrude, thank you so much for being our revivalist on this week. You have done a fabulous job. So I am believing that the Lord is going to do some great things on today. As you had our hearts burning this whole week, and we have been super grateful. We keep tuning in, so we're super thankful for you. Okay, let me quit playing with you, but I really do mean that. I sincerely do.
I'm grateful for you too,
So, but this morning, well, I shouldn't say just this morning, because every morning that I get the opportunity, it's a book revival. Is with
a book revival. Oh yeah, girl, book revival. That's a good one. Girl, we need to revive some of those books. Y'all know those books are sitting in the corner. Y'all better get those books out of those boxes sitting in the corner in the garage collecting dust. We got to do what we got to do. We're going to get those books out those boxes. That's a good thing, a book revival. Girl, I like that. I like that.
Oh, mercy. I ain't even gotten to my introduction yet. Merciful
But
Jesus.
Tiffany, that's good. We're going to use that, a book revival.
Oh, God. A.P. Burrell. What's gonna happen is we're gonna have to sow into your ministry, because you done spun off a book revival thanks to you. Merciful Father. But I am, every day of the year, every day of the week, every moment of the day, I am Tiffany Rochelle. I am an author and a life coach. I also am a speaker. I don't have speaking capabilities like Miss Gertrude. However, I got a little bit in me.
Girl, be yourself. Be yourself, unapologetically you.
Absolutely. So what I do is I encourage women to rid the toxins from their hearts, and for them to set goals that are true to you. Because I definitely believe out of the abundance of your heart, your mouth speaks. The book that I wrote is called I Choose Me. And I think that is definitely something that we all should be doing, is to choose ourselves. It's okay for us to be selfish. I believe in taking the negative connotation of being selfish. I believe in taking that out of it. There's nothing wrong with being selfish. So go ahead and be selfish so you could do like Miss Gertrude was telling us earlier today, and exercise some self-care. There's absolutely no way that we'll be able to accomplish some of the dreams, goals, and aspirations. And if you stay tuned, the show is going to walk right on into this, and it's going to help us with some of this self-care and such. So nevertheless, but I did write a book called I Choose Me. It is definitely available on Amazon, or you're able to go to my website and you'll be able to get that book there. But that definitely is going to be something that's going to help you and enhance your life. So if you will, as some of you ladies have been doing thus far, drop your comments in the chat field, and also share if this at any time is going to be something that has spoken to you and you believe somebody else needs to hear that. So go ahead and do that, or either call a friend, text a friend, let somebody know that what the show that you're watching, that you're turning your passion into Profit Morning Show. So we're super grateful that you're here. I now am going to turn it back over into the capable host hands of Miss Gertrude J. Chapman. I got to get some hand clapping.
Yes.
I got to get some hand claps.
Yeah. So, tag somebody, put somebody in the comment section. Also, like she said, drop your comments in there, drop your questions in there, because we're here to answer those things in real time, real time. And, today we're talking about shifting your mindset. And, that's so very important to, always say this, shifting your mindset, because, sometimes your mind just want to sit back and relax in a place where it shouldn't be relaxing in. How many times, this has happened? You sit back, you get this thought, and you just sit there and meditate on it for a while. Then you say, oh no, I shouldn't be thinking that way. So we're going to be more conscious of what we're doing. Okay. We're going to hold ourselves accountable for being conscious of those thoughts. Because let me tell you something. Let me drop this gem right here. You only get thoughts from two places. We do not have original thoughts. We don't have original thoughts, okay? We either get it from God or the devil. So think about that. If that thought is not going to bring you into a greatness, or, have you fulfilling your purpose, it's time to cast that down. Cast down those imaginations. We talked about that on yesterday's program or on the Clubhouse. I don't remember which one, about casting down imaginations, about that visualization, because once you see something and you visualize that thing, you will arrive there. You can never arrive at a place that you have not envisioned. So, with your book, okay, you're envisioning your book. You're envisioning people who are ready to purchase your book with money in hand. You envision, that message reaching that ideal audience, and whatever that message is going to do in that person's life, in that reader's life, whether it's going to bring transformation to them, whether it's going to build in them hope, whether it's going to teach them how to. That's what you begin to envision. Not thinking that, well, my book is, nobody wants to purchase my book and all of these negative things. Envision those positive things. Envision those things that, will create increase for you, because you and I are creative beings, okay? We are creative beings, and we create from our core. Just like our Heavenly Father, we create, okay? We are creators. So think about those things. Visualize those things. Shift your mindset into creative mode that will bring positive results. Not those negative things, but positive results. Sometimes, people find themselves, like I said, thinking of those things that, that's going to bring something into their lives that they don't really want. Then they wonder why it's there. Because you have thought about it. You have, led the way to it. You can never arrive at a place if you have not visualized it. Remember that. for your book, shift your mindset and begin to visualize those readers out there, those connections out there. We're talking about, this collaboration. We're talking about these workshops. We're talking about these conferences. We're talking about this because we have set back and we have envisioned this, okay? And it came together. Tiffany could tell you, it was just what? It was smooth, okay? How have you ever found a conference where there's more than one or two people, where everything runs smooth, where it's all things are confirmed? Have you ever seen that in one setting where you don't have to go back and forth, back and forth?
I'm grateful that it was able to happen. And so that's just that we're just at a point in our lives. And then I guess we are definitely on track to being where we're supposed to be. And things should be a little smooth. Now, don't get me wrong, the opposition comes. But in this particular time, baby, let me tell you, we were able to go ahead and it was smooth sailing. It was like a smooth operator. So I'm super grateful for that. And I'm excited for this workshop that's getting ready to happen. Excited for the lives that's getting ready to be changed and enhanced. And almost went to church mode and said, yokes destroyed. I have to stop looking at book revival because it's keeping me in that mode. It has it has to stop. But you got to start thinking real positive in regards to and thinking on the things that you want. Calling those things that are not as though they are. And you have to start believing those things. I believe what I want and what I'm desiring. I'm going to start saying it until it manifests in the natural. So definitely it's getting ready to happen. If you want to be a millionaire, you're definitely going to do it. You better start saying it. Speak it until you see it. So I'm with you, Ms. Gertrude. We're riding.
We're riding. And that shift in that mindset, motivating yourself. Don't, wait on somebody else to motivate you. You motivate yourself. That comes from that fire that's on the inside of you. And, once you walk in your purpose, once you know who you are, that's the motivation right there. Okay. That's the fire right there. That's the place where you believe in yourself. Okay. You have to believe in yourself before you could, expect anybody else to believe in you. No matter what, okay? No matter what. Let's shift our minds from the past, okay? Let's forget about those things which are behind, and we're going to reach forward to those things which are before, okay? We're going to shift our mind. Yes, and say, I'm a millionaire. Yes, you are. And it doesn't take long to be a millionaire. Let me tell you that. It's not something far off that you cannot reach. It's right there. And that's something that I'm going to show you on this workshop, how to reach your millions. How to reach your millions, but believing in yourself, being true to yourself, replacing those what ifs. Replace those what ifs and just do it. Okay. What Nike says just do it. Okay. Just do it. Don't give second thought. When those thoughts come into your minds, I'm talking about those positive thoughts, those empowering thoughts, those thoughts that lead to your goals. Don't just sit back and cancel those good thoughts out, those money generating thoughts, or those that growth generating thought, with the what ifs. Okay? Why can't you? You could do anything that you set your mind to do. And you have to stop allowing those negative thoughts, those what ifs, and all of those questions to come into your mind. You have to stop doing that because those are self-defeating thoughts. Those are limiting behaviors. Those voices of the past, as you say, where people have spoken to your life, or you're hearing these negative things. And that's something that in this particular season, y'all, you can't. You have to surround yourself with people who are not only starters, but who are doing things, who are at a higher level, and those who are accomplishing things. They are finishing things. That's who you surround yourself with, because the energy that comes from that is like no other. It's like no other. You can't be by yourself. You have to team up with someone. You have to collaborate with someone, because this is a season for collaboration. This is a time to come together. This is a time, because all of these things, these titles, these books, these conferences, these products, whatever you may have, these things are bigger than you. This thing is bigger than me, okay? Then that's for all of us. It's bigger than us, okay? So that's why we have to come together and bring this thing into fruition, because it starts with your book. But your book should be working for you, and it's going to bring you into many great opportunities. But you have to connect up in order to achieve those opportunities, because they'll never come to you if you're just sitting back waiting. They'll never come, Tiffany.
You got to put them together. You can't just think it. Don't think yourself a success. You got to put action behind that. And I ain't going to go too far into I'm trying to be quiet, because I'm like, wait, we ain't even gotten to our first topic. And what I want to say is going to lead us into that. And I don't want to do it. I want you to open it up. But you're absolutely right. You have to, it's that faith without works. You believe you're getting ready to be something. You're going to be the millionaire. You're going to be the CEO. You're going to be a whole treasurer. You're going to own a cruise line, whatever it is you're going to do. But what are you doing to put that into action? What are you doing to see that? How are you putting things together to make sure that plan happens? Have you even created a plan? So it's like you definitely want to go ahead and mix your plan and actions together. See, I did it anyway. I'm sorry. I did it anyway. I did it. I apologize. Go on ahead.
It's true. It's true, Tiffany, and this writing is a journey. Okay. It's a journey. It's not a destination. It's a journey. Okay. And we arrive at different places, but sometimes people think, oh, this is it. I have arrived. I've written my book. No. It's a journey. Okay. It's a journey. And that brings us into the first one, and you were hitting sort of on that. Okay. Intention plus plan plus action equals dreams becoming reality. You have to get them out your head, because as long as it's in your head, it's a fantasy. But once you put it down on paper, it's reality. Okay.
Yeah.
It's reality. Like you said, faith without works is dead. Write the vision and make it plain.
Make it plain. Yeah.
That book is that vision. That book is that vision.
Yeah. You got but that's the catch, is have your vision. But I mean, even if they decided that they're not going to go to the book just yet, maybe they feel like they want to have a little bit more experience under their belt. Whatever it is that you're desiring to do, I need you to go ahead and have your plan for that. You you have your intentions, your plan, and your action. What is that thing that you're intended to do? What is it that you're aiming to go for? You need to make sure that you have your intentions clear, and you need to know exactly what it is. So I am intending to be a successful individual. I am intending to be this millionaire, and I'm sorry to keep pulling on you for this little millionaire thing, but I'm doing that. So then after you do that, what is the detailed proposal that you're going to do to achieve that? So you're doing this here. I want to be the successful individual. I want to be this teacher in school. I actually want to own my own school. Well, what is the detailed proposal that I'm putting in play so that I'm able to achieve that? And then after you're doing that is, what's the next step that you did it? So now I know what I'm intending to do. I have written out what I want to do, and now I got to put it into play. I got to achieve what it is that I aim to do. That desire that I had, I have to make sure that I work it out, because I want to see the fruits of it. Even with architectures, look at these structures of houses that we live in. It starts as a thought, take it to the architecture. He comes up with a plan and he writes out what it is so that we're able to see exactly the building that we're going to go into. And then after that, then it go ahead and gets to the contractors. They're doing the foundation, and then they end up making the structure that we're able to appreciate. But it started in their head. They made the plan, and then now it became an action, and now we're able to enjoy it. So just make sure you get that stuff out of your head first. think about it, know what you're intending, put it down on paper, write the vision, make it plain. Let me see it so I know what I'm about to run with. And if there's some tweaks for it, it can happen. We are okay to have some tweaks in there, but write your vision. I need to see it. I need to know what exactly it is that I'm going to do. We can always enhance it. We can make some changes to it. But I need to see what it is that we're getting ready to make an action plan so that everybody will be able to enjoy and lives can be enhanced from it. Because whatever it is that you're going to do, even if it's the book, if it's going to be a teacher, you still have to have something that's going to be written down so that we'll be able to enjoy it. Everybody's life is going to be enhanced. If you open you a bank, I'm going to be able to be, I profit from a bank. I'm bringing you services. You're helping my money to stay safe or whatever. Everything that you're going to do is going to help somebody in some type of way. Some type of way.
It's so true. It's so true. It's going to help somebody, as long as you're moving, as long as there's forward movement, then you're able to see. Okay. You're able to see. But if you stuck and you standing still because there's a mindset and you have this negative mindset, whatever it may be, you're not able to see. Okay. It's cloudy, it's dark. And as an author, it's very important that you keep yourself conditioned. You remember we talk about getting off the sidelines and getting in the game. Just take football, for example, okay? They have to train. They have to be conditioned. Even the ones that sit on the sideline, because they have to be ready. They have to be prepared. They have to be prepared. So don't allow your mind to be in a comfort zone. Don't allow yourself just to sit back and be uninspired. Sit back and write gibberish. And like I said about, just don't sit there and just start writing things. I've heard people teach about that. You get writer's block or whatever. You just sit there and just start writing, just start scribbling. No. We're much more than that because we have a well inside of us that's constantly flowing. It never runs dry. Your intentions, okay? You have to have intention on, with your book. You have to have a plan. You have to execute actions, and then your dreams become reality. Because that intention is knowing what I'm doing, being conscious of what I'm doing, being conscious of my audience, that best audience for that message that I have at this particular time. At this particular time. And, that's something that's very important, Tiffany. Something very important. People have to become aware. Awareness should be there also. Intentions plus awareness plus plans plus action. Dreams become reality. It's no more just writing like, you're in kindergarten or a preschool and just writing something across the paper and, hoping and wishing and, struggling through life. This is not, no. It shouldn't be a struggle. When you know who you are and you know your audience, it should not be a struggle.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a struggle. That's why you have to have a plan for your book. Like I said, you have to have a plan.
You got to.
You have to have a, just like anything else in life. If you want to buy a house, you have a plan. I hope y'all have a plan when you buy a house. You want to buy a car, you have a plan. You want to go to school, you have a plan. Everything is about a plan. So your book has a plan too.
Absolutely. It should.
Yeah. Well, you leave money on the table, Tiffany. Girl, that money's going to be left on the table. That's what happens to people. And where do it wind up?
I ain't leaving no money on the table. Only time I leave money on the table is if after here I go, being my birthday right about now, is when I go to a restaurant and I got to leave my tip on the table. That's the only time I'm leaving money on the table. If I take my money out of my pants pocket or my purse pocket around here, I bet you I'm gonna pick that thing right back up. I do not leave money around, and and my friends know if they come over here to my house, listen, you leave money out here, it ain't coming back. Once it's here, it's here. If you tell me I need to go to the store, Tiffany, go to the store and go pick up some ice or whatever. All right, here we go. And so I'm gonna go ahead and take it. Well, 9 times out of 10, I really will go ahead and buy it anyway. But if you go on and give me some money, I'm telling you now, I'm not bringing you your change back. I'm keeping the change. So I'm telling you this now. But I'm already clear because I ain't leaving money nowhere. Okay. So
Yeah.
I believe in doing that. But when you said that coming out, you want to always make sure that you're in the game.
Yeah.
And even in the process of come off the sidelines. And even if you're a part of a team, teams always practice together. So they're always knowing what the plan is, what the strategy is. So we'll know how to execute. So we'll be able to get the win. But make sure you always have your plan in place so you can stop coming off the sidelines. You're on the sidelines now because you're strategizing, because you're trying to get things in motion. Now that you done strategize, now you done put it in there. It's go time. It's game time.
It's go time.
Get in here. Let's go. Practice is over. Okay. We're no longer practicing right now. At this point, it's game time. We're going to bring the W home. It's time for us to win. It is our winning season. And this is what we're getting ready to do. Thank you for being intentional. Thank you for knowing what you want to do. We done wrote out our action. It's go time.
It's go time. It's go time.
What's the filmmaker say? And action. Let's go.
And action. That's right. Lights, cameras, action.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dreams are about to become a reality right now because it's game time. So we're not playing at this. Game time.
Game time. Game time. And it brings us right there. What? Tips is the only money left on the table. That's right. The only money left on the table. And I think we hitting on tips right now. See, we leaving money on the table for y'all to pick it up.
Pick that joint up.
Pick it up. Pick
We're
it
gonna
up.
serve it to you.
That's it. Because we want everyone to win. And we want to give them an easy win. That's why we say write it down. Write it down. Write down your dreams and your goals and make it concrete. Make those things concrete. Because you have all these aspirations, you have these dreams, okay? But once you begin writing them down, then you're able to see where you're going.
Yeah.
Especially in that book, okay? Like I said, don't write that 250-page book because I'm not reading it.
Yeah, I almost grabbed mine. It's 400 and something pages.
Oh, girl, I'm not reading that. No.
But it's good.
No. The thing is, you have to break it down. You understand? Because people's attention span is very short.
It is.
You have to break it down.
Yeah.
Because they're looking at all of this thickness, okay? And they want to read the book, and you have great nuggets in that book. I'm like Pac-Man. I'm gobbling it over.
Sis, I'm trying to keep a straight face here. But can I tell y'all are blessing my whole life today. Like, I promise you, right hand to the man. I needed y'all this morning. So I'm telling y'all, thank you. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Because, this is what keep us going, because it's, we on the show, you see us, but we like to see y'all in the comments. Yeah. It's about all of us, it's about all of us, coming together. I think you mentioned to me yesterday, it seems like a big family. Y'all seem like family. I said, yeah, everybody's family here. Everybody, all of us, even our audience, y'all are family, okay? We look for y'all each and every day. Y'all are family. But, you could have great nuggets in that book.
Sure.
Many great nuggets. But when the book is this thick, I'm looking at, oh my God, when I'm going to finish with this book. If it was like this, now I could absorb all those nuggets. Yeah. Now you give people bite-sized pieces, bite-sized. Okay?
I like
it's an elephant in the room. How do you digest that elephant? Bite-sized pieces. Yeah, bite-sized. And then when you write that down, you write those goals down, you write those plans down and different things of that nature. Now you're able to see, okay? You have this book. Now you wrote on this up. Now other things are going to come from that, But you got to learn how to not put everything in one book.
Sure,
We're not writing Encyclopedia Britannica. We're not doing that.
I'm sick of this.
We're not doing that, Tiffany. We're not doing that. It's too long.
Right.
People, you know, we live in a different day and time.
Sure.
You don't know how busy our lives are.
Sure.
So just think of our audience, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Think of how busy their lives are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not even, they don't even have time to really, you know, good morning, Tommy. How you doing today? They don't really have time to take time out to search the internet, Google.
Sure.
Okay, we thank you for Google. We thank you for YouTube. But our audience is looking for something in a condensed format.
Sure.
So they could go there and they could get everything that they need. Okay? When you write your book, you make it so that they get everything that they need. It's not about how many pages. You know, a lot of times people say, well, the more pages, the better. And they'll just drag it out. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just get to the point. Don't take me all around the block and back up the street.
We like the scenic route.
Yeah, the scenic route. And then come back this way, Tiffany. Yeah, I did say that, back this way. Okay. And still haven't reached your point. You still haven't reached your point. Come on now.
Right.
You know, people, we live in busy lives. We live in busy lives. So you have to think about, we talked about the intention plus your plan plus your actions equals your dreams becoming reality. And we're telling you to write it down. Okay. Yeah. We're telling you to be aware of what you're writing down. Don't write that gibberish. Okay. Write with intention, write with purpose. And purpose comes from you knowing who you are, being unapologetically you. Yeah. Okay. You cannot start writing and become the expert. You have to already be the expert. Okay. You can't just guess about it. You have to know what you're talking about, because I'm going to tell you, you're the only one you're fooling, because they'll look at your book and they'll say, oh, this is junk. They don't know what they're talking about. Sure. We have a responsibility, Tiffany. We have a responsibility to speak into our audience's life, to change the trajectory of their lives. That's why, you know, if you have those weaknesses in your mindset, we have to shift those things. We have to shift that to be intentional. We have to motivate ourselves. We have to believe. You have to believe in yourself. Motivate yourself. Be true to you. Okay? Be true to you. Be unapologetic. No matter who says what, no matter what the situation is. When you're living your life, when you know your purpose, you could be unapologetic. And what else we said? We say replace those what ifs. Okay? Because that's a defeated mindset. What if? Okay? There shouldn't be any question. You should already know. There shouldn't be a what if. Never be a what if. And like I said, be aware. Be aware of who you are and who your audience is. Sure. You know, like I said, I met with somebody, you know, maybe last week or whatever, and they said, well, they had written a book. Okay. But they didn't know the audience to market it to. And I'm saying, what? Mercy. What? Mercy. How did you write your book and you didn't know the audience? Mercy. It's the same people. Okay. Mercy. How you gonna write a book? You don't write a book to everybody and anybody with a wallet or a purse. Okay. You have to have an ideal audience. You should. The best audience for that particular message. Absolutely. Now, it's not saying that, you know, the inside of you, there's many different audiences because you have many topics. There's many things that, you know, you know of or you have expertise in. Sure. But when you wrote that one particular book, how are you telling me that you wrote a book but you don't know who to market it to? Man, oh man, mercy. All I did was shook my head. I shook my head. That's all I can do. I didn't even say, I didn't say nothing but shook my head. That's all you can do, just shaking my head. It's a girl, I gotta take you back. You need to get one of these courses. Like I said, sometimes people think they could write a book and they just because it's the popular thing to do and they could do it. But that's what happens when the books are on in the box, in the corner, in the garage, collecting dust because they fail to invest in themselves. They fail to invest in a book coach. They fail to invest in the editor, and they fail to invest in that cover designer.
Right. You don't want to be a failure. I'm grateful for certain times when things fail, but if it fails, I need to learn a lesson from that particular failure. So I'm not just about to sit here and just be failing and just continuously being failing. Failing is not an option for me. I'm not okay with doing just being a failure. That's just, I got an F in my name, but it don't stand for failing. Okay. So, and I actually have 2 F's in my first name, and no ma'am and no sir, that I'm failing is not the option in that, in regards to that. But then, like I was saying, the writing it down, you got to write down your dreams and your goals. That's definitely something that needs to be done, because one thing that we do is, like with the first point, when we're saying writing stuff down because we want our dreams to become a reality. When we're doing these little dreams and such and things, these dreams are just like series of thoughts and stuff that we have, and we have these little imaginations. Especially think about when you for real when you sleeping, and you'll see the visual of whatever is getting ready to happen while you're dreaming. Do you not see, like if you're dreaming and you're writing your book, do you not see yourself speaking in front of an audience? Or do you not see, let me do it this way. Pay attention to your dream. If you're actually dreaming of your success that you're getting ready to come, becoming that CEO, becoming that teacher, if you're dreaming of becoming whatever it is that you're deciding to become, pay attention to what you see in your dream. If I'm dreaming to be a speaker, what does the audience look like? Let me think about what I seen in that dream. Let me see what's happening that's going on in here. Where am I at? Am I in an arena? Am I in a classroom? Because there's a series of images normally that goes on in your head when you're dreaming. Write that down. You want to be sure. Absolutely. Thank you. Come on and preach to the preacher. Write it down and make sure that you are remembering what you want for your plan, because you want your dream and you want your goal to come to fruition. You want to make it happen. And we've said before, in the process of you doing that, I tell you, I keep a notebook and a notepad around all the time. There's a few that's left in these drawers over here. I've went back and I've seen certain things that I've written down before, and I've seen that either as one of 2 things. Yes, I accomplished that, so that makes me happy. Oh, I remember when I wrote that down, and yeah, man, that was awesome. I did that. Or if, honestly speaking, I've written down things and I was like, ooh, I didn't fulfill that. God darn, and I remember, and then what that does is make me remember. And then all of a sudden I'll be like, I remember this particular thing happened in life. And then it kind of like reminds me of certain situations that end up happening. I want to be able to write down what my dream and my goal is, because I want it to come to pass. I want it to happen. And there's little thoughts sometimes, even in the process of me having these notepads around, I'm writing stuff that I'm speaking to my future me. Some of the stuff that I have written down may not be applicable for me in that moment, but it speaks to the future me. There's a particular notebook that that I wrote in. When I read it now, it didn't really make sense to me when I wrote it then, but it's speaking to my now, and it's encouraging me, and it's keeping me to move on. I can't express the need for us to make sure we write down what our dreams and our goals is. Certain thoughts that you have, write that down. Journaling is great. So it's going to help you later on in the long run. And sometimes even when you're journaling now, it helps you in the now. In the process of when you're journaling now, I like to have a brain dump at the end of the night, because I want to have a good night's sleep. What happens is I have a lot of thoughts that go on in my head, and I'm thinking this, and I want to do this, and this is where I really want to go. I want to go. So then I find myself sometimes at night, I'm laying there, and I like the TV to be off, because that's when I get my best sleep. The TV goes on, I see the flashing lights, and then I'm going to wonder what's going on in there. What did they do? What's going on? So for me, turn the light off, but then I find myself, I'm staring up at the ceiling, or I'm looking at the walls and whatever. But that's because now I'm starting to hear these little things that I want to do, and I need to do that. Oh man, I forgot to pay this bill, or so whatever. So what I end up doing on certain nights is I'll do a brain dump. I'll get one of my tablets, or I'll get my phone and I'll start writing in my little memos, getting all these little thoughts out. Next thing you know, I done wrote myself to sleep. And now I done had an effective night's sleep. Now I'm feeling so much better because I was able to get that down. Right. And then again, some of the stuff that we're writing down, if it's something that we're journaling, you never know that could be beneficial, and that can be a part of your book. It may not be every single thing, but certain stuff that you have written down or you journaled, that might be helpful for you to become that author. It could be all of it, or it could be some of it, but don't neglect writing stuff down. Write your vision. I said it earlier, write your vision. It's going to help you later on in the long run.
And it's true, but and again, we move into the next one, being specific. But even with that being said, never throw it out, because it could be something for another book. You know what I mean? So those things that you didn't include in that particular book, you could use it probably for another book. Never throw your good ideas out. Never throw when you get those good ideas, and they really are good ideas, but they might not fit that book. Keep it for another book. It could be a title. It could be, that motivating factor in the next particular book. But be specific, okay? Break it down in detail. Be specific. Give your audience an experience. You remember we talked about, I don't know what day it was, because all these days run together. We talked about, you remember writing a book. I think we were talking about being creative. Maybe it was Jesse. I don't even know, Tiffany, about vacationing, how you might vacation. I was telling you about a friend that travels the world, and Madrid, he goes to Madrid. He does, different, he goes different places with his business and different things. And how to, instead of, people taking pictures on their vacation, not saying instead of, but, besides them just taking pictures, how about writing about those experiences? When you're thinking about it this way, because there's a lot of people with COVID, and because of other situations and different things of that nature, they may not be traveling much. So be specific in writing your book, down the details. Let your audience have that experience, okay? Have them feel it. Have them, be able to smell it. Have them be able to hear it, through your message. Bring them there. Bring them there, like if they were there. When they pick up your book, when they read that message, it will transport them into a place where now whatever's going on in their lives, they could dream again. You see how that works? They could dream again. Spark some interest in them. Give them some motivation. Give them some hope, where they could dream again. Because, well, like we said, your message is a transformational piece. Whether it's to give somebody hope, whether it's to answer a situation, answering a problem, solving a problem, or avoiding the problem. It's transformational, not only to that person, but that family and for generations. So be specific, okay? Don't you hold back on those little things, because it's those little things that matter. Okay, don't forget to, add those things, include those things in that message, in that book. That's why, like you were saying, well, maybe you can't use this particular thing in this book, but you could use it in another book.
It's a series.
It's a series. But I want to feel the cobblestones. Yes. I want to smell the aroma from that French bistro. I want to be able to smell that. I want to hear the sounds, in the marketplace.
Yeah.
I want to, hear the pots as they're clanging together.
Allow my imagination to go.
Huh?
I need to allow my imagination to go as you're writing. Absolutely.
Be specific, and in order to be specific in your message, you have to condition your mind and your mindset to be specific. Yeah. Okay, aim at those things that you want to aim at. Get down in there and dig deep and bring out those inner things inside of your heart, inside of that inner chamber of your heart. Because there's some things in the inner chamber of our hearts we can I get to if we're busy with the activities of the day.
Sure,
But
sure,
when we sit back, like we were talking about, this is a weekend. Have some time for self-care. Have some time for self-reflection. Have some time to get down there in the crevices of your heart and pull out those treasures, pull out those gems, pull out things that you could use in order to put in your message for that book and journal about that.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Journal about that. You can't leave it to memory. You have to write things down.
Help your brain.
Mm-hmm.
You have to help your brain. There's a whole bunch of things that has been said in the course of life. And I heard that. I'm like, oh, I'm going to remember that. I kid you not. Oh, I'm going to remember that squirrel. I done forgot it already. So, I mean, it happens. And I'm just like, oh, it was such a good nugget. I promise you, I'm going to remember that. Help your brain. Write it down. So you got to be able to write stuff down. We can't help. I can't help but to. And then, like you said, in regards to being specific, I try to be very specific on certain things that I want. Okay.
Yeah.
If I'm not detailed in what it is that I want, and I don't share with you what it is that I want, if I don't get it that way, I guess that's when the brat in me comes out. That's not what I asked for. That's not what I want. Why are you doing? But was I specific in telling you what it was that I want? I want to be in a relationship. So be specific about what it is that I want. I want me a nice man. I would love for him to be taller than me. I'm going to be specific. Now, regardless of if I get it and he's real big and he cut and all that, regardless of if I want that, but regardless of if he's not, I'm still specific in what I want.
Yeah.
I really want to make sure that he is financially responsible, that he can hold himself down. And because I'm holding me down, we come together and we become, one, and it becomes greater. But I'm still specific. I could just say that I just want to be in a relationship. Okay. Deadbeat toxins come around. And that's a relationship. I asked for it to a degree. So it's like, make sure that you're very specific. I want to be, I was talking to a lady on yesterday. And in the process of me having a conversation with her, she said she wants to get her confidence back. What are we going to do? She was specific. She knew for sure, I lack confidence. I need help with this. All right. So you lack the confidence. You're specific in knowing what it is that you need, want, and desire. Make sure that you make that clear. You need to be crystal, as I love to say, crystal and clear.
That's right. Crystal and clear.
Yeah, you got to be specific.
Girl, you gotta be specific, especially when you're talking about a man. No, you don't want a man who's broke, busted, and disgusted.
No,
you gotta be specific. Break it down, okay? Because what we have, what we say.
I shall have what I
That's right. Be specific. You have what you say. Just don't say anything out of your mouth, and don't mean it. Okay, mean what you say and say what you mean.
Absolutely.
Don't leave, and that's another thing. Don't leave your audience guessing. Now, if it's writing one of those, how you call those cliffhangers,
right?
That's then different. You leave them hanging, but leave them on the edge of their seat, waiting for that next book.
They have an expectation that's different, and because you've done that, and that there's a follow-up that's going to come. My favorite show that I like watching was No Longer Power. Now it's like Ghost Book 2, but they left us on a cliff, and we're like, what's getting ready to happen next? I'm waiting for the series to come back. I'm waiting for the next season to come because I want to know what's getting ready to happen. Oh, what's getting ready to go next? They're intentionally writing like that because they're keeping you engaged. They're keeping you drawn in. That's one thing for you to intentionally do that, but I know something else is getting ready to come. So I'm intentional with doing such a thing like that. And I want to make sure sometimes I'll take a moment and you may see me blink. You may see my eyes roll because every word that comes out my mouth, I want to be intentional with which words I say, because everything I say, I actually believe. Whatever it is that I say, I know it's going to happen because I know life and death flows from this. So if I tell you, you get on my nerve, you make me sick or whatever, when I do end up getting sick, okay, well, I just kind of spoke it, and the unfortunate thing, the fortunate but unfortunate thing is for me, I believe everything I say. So it's very, very important for me to be clear in what I'm saying. And I need to make sure that the words that I say, I got to be cool with, because what I'm saying, I'm going to believe it. So like, be careful with how you say stuff because it's going to come to pass. Be just like you're saying, I'm going to get $10,000 a month. You could still blow on it and say, man, I'm broke. So which one are you getting ready to do here? What's getting ready to happen?
That's it.
So being careful with what you're saying, it matters because you're believing that thing. Whatever you say, you better believe it. Because I believe what I'm saying. That's why I'm specific in what I say. I'm being,
and you know, that's a issue too when we talk about shifting the mindset. And we're gonna go on to the next one after this. People, they're divided within themselves.
Mhm.
They say one thing, they think something else, and they do something else.
Yeah.
We got to come into a completion, into a unity with who we are. Unity within yourself. You cannot be divided in all these different areas. You have to have a unity within yourself. And it brings us to the next one. Visualize it with positive emotions.
Positive.
Meditate on it, okay? Whatever you meditate on, you're going to visualize and you're going to act that thing out, okay? Meditate on it. Visualize it with positive emotions. You know, go through the process and you keep it fresh. You keep it present, okay? You keep it present in the now because it's now. Like now, Faith, now, okay?
Now.
Live in the now. Live in the present. A lot of times the mindset is stuck in the past, okay? The past is not working. The past, forget about those things that are behind. You can't do nothing about it. It's gone. It's not coming back. Okay. Tomorrow is not promised. But what you could do is visualize in the present. Create in the present. Right where you are right now. With those positive emotions. How you're going to put your message together now. Now. Yeah. And visualize that now. And complete those things now. Finish whatever you had planned to do for today now. Don't overwhelm yourself with 10 different things if you could only get to 2 now. Okay? Visualize it with positive emotions now. That message. Now you're in the present. But a lot of times the mind is boggled about things that happened in the past or what's going to happen in the future. Now, live in the present, live in the now.
Live in the now. Absolutely. It's imperative for us to live in the now. Don't defeat yourself before you even get started. You're having to have these positive emotions. You have to have these positive thoughts. It's very imperative that that's what you do, because if you keep thinking negatively, that's what you're going to see. So you're never going to be able to have the manifestation if you see the can't. You are one letter away from accomplishing your goal. And I say one letter because you're saying I can't. If you take that T off, you can. So you have one letter that's stopping you from being successful. You got one letter that's stopping you from getting to where you want to get to your next level, to get you to your dream, to get you to your house, to get you to your school. You are one letter away. That's when you want to go ahead and have a negative, because meaning negative is a minus. Take that off so you understand that you can achieve this. I can think positively. Yes. I can accomplish my goals that I set out. I can buy this house. I can get this loan for this car. I can pay off all my bills. I can pay off all my debts. I can. There's nothing that you can't do. You have to see yourself doing it because you already see it. You just got to put the positive emotion behind it and stop. Again, don't let your goals be one. Don't let that one letter stop you from accomplishing your goals. See yourself as in I can. Can all you can, because you can.
And that is so true. That is so true. You can, just that one letter, just that one letter. Focus, live it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tommy. That means a lot coming from you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. But focus, live it. dominate that visualization. Okay. Bring everything into dominance.
Mm-hmm.
The more you tie things together and you specific about it, the more it's going to happen that way. And that's why we say being specific, taking out that negative mindset.
Sure.
Okay. Because you can never arrive at what you do not visualize. So when you have those positive emotions, when you have that correct mindset, when you know who you are, when you know your purpose, when you know that audience, when you know that specific message for that audience, you could bring that thing to pass.
Sure.
Okay. There's an energy behind that. You know, when you believe in yourself, there's an energy behind that.
Sure.
Okay. Because what we're talking about creating momentum.
Sure.
Okay. Because we're on this writing journey, y'all. We're on this journey, and y'all on this journey with us together. It's just not just me and Tiffany. It's a whole bunch of us. Because it's not about just us. It's not about that book. Okay. It's about the opportunities that book is going to open for you in order for you to reach people that need to hear your message.
Need to hear it.
And it's great opportunities for you. You know, we're talking about global because we're feeling it right now. We're feeling this global thing. We're connecting with people on this level. Okay. And even though they may not have thought about connecting on this level, it's something that, you know, I visualize. I don't know about Tiffany, but something that I visualize because I know I'm global. Okay. But when we come together, we're all global. We're all going to meet those audiences around the globe to bring transformation into those people's lives, to live in a way that, you know, we're pleasing God. Okay. Because this is kingdom building.
It is.
I'm going to say it. This is kingdom building.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who's on the sidelines who have given up, who have been crushed, whose hope is gone. That when we come together collectively with our purpose, what has been placed on the inside of us, it's going to be a mass movement.
Absolutely.
A mass movement. I see it as plain as day.
Yeah.
That's why everything is coming together. Because it is so. It is purpose. It is design. So all we have to do is do our parts. Whatever you hear me, huh? Whatever we have been called to do, just do our parts. It's not hard at all.
It isn't.
All you have to have is a made up mind. That I'm sick and tired of the same old. I'm sick and tired of sitting on the sideline. It's time for me to get in the game and
go
do
time.
what I'm called to do. There's a calling on your life. There's a purpose on your life. It's not hard. All you have to do is connect up, collaborate, and get your message out there.
Get it out there.
Get it out there. And when you serve your audience and serve them well, you don't ever have to worry about money or being in lack or not having this or not having that. Because I told you, money is the lowest thing on the totem pole. It's not about that at all. It's all about your service.
Got it.
Okay? Because you only have one source. You only have one source.
You only got one source. Absolutely. Well, I'm with you. I definitely see myself. Absolutely. I see myself in the future. That's even in the now, because I'm locally accepted. I'm internationally known, and I am going to be intergalactically revered. So listen here.
We're going past that, right?
We're going past there. Okay. I'm not going to just be stuck in just this local and then listen, yes. I'm going beyond. Okay. So it's one of those little things. I have made up my mind, and I am going to focus and live, because this race that I'm running, I have to make sure I'm like that horse. And I'm making sure that I am seriously focused, because if we don't have this right here, this focus driven life right here, with these horses' eyes, I think I have eyes like a horse anyway. Them peripherals work very well. Okay. So I'm going to see this and I'm going to get distracted because I see Miss Gertrude over here. She got more than one book and I only got the one book. Man, how do I got it? Okay, now I'm going to go do that. And oh my God, I see Miss Burrell over here and she's sitting here. She's Miss International and she's going all over the place and she's in these prayer chambers and she got all these different things that's going on over here. And then I see, and then, she's working with the girls club and she's with the boys club and she's gotten all these accolades over here. And I'm sitting here, I didn't wait a minute. Now I done forgot what I was doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to forget all y'all. I'm going to go ahead and focus so I can live, because there's certain things that I want to see myself. I see myself in the future and my future looks better than my now. So I have to focus and I got to put the blinders on so I'm not distracted by you. Sure, can I celebrate you guys? Yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and get on in there, because since you're successful, you focused and you got your success. You focused and you got your success. But if I keep allowing y'all to distract me, I won't be able to live that life that I want to. So I got to put my blinders on and I got to have tunnel vision so that I can go ahead and appreciate my success like I see y'all doing. I'm focusing, I'm going to live, and I'm going to be positive. I'm saying it's go time. Okay.
I like that intergalactic, right? Intergalactic. That's a good thing, because now what? We tapping into the satellite. We going where? What was Star Trek? Going where no man has gone before.
We're going there. We're going
wherever they at. Wherever they at, y'all. We're going there, and that's all of us. Okay, that's all of us. So, with that being said, we hope that, what we have shared with you has brought value to your life, has encouraged you today, has motivated you to see that you're on the winning team, that it takes all of us together to do what we have to do. Yes, we have a made up mind that we're going all in, because what? A threefold cord is not quickly broken. That's right. We support each other, We celebrate each other. We appreciate each other. We don't take each other for granted, and recognize that we are family. We are family. And, what one doesn't have, we'll make sure that person has. We're family here.
So can I have $5?
Each other wholeheartedly. Huh?
So since we all family, can I have $5?
You can have 5. You can have 50. She say $5. Girl, you're playing yourself short. I might want to give you $50.
If you want to be a blessing, go ahead and be the 50. I just wanted 5. I just want to say we can always go. You can do exceedingly and abundantly
above all you can ask or think, according to what? The power that working within you. Yes. So with that being said, we thank you for being here with us, and we hope that you enjoy this weekend. Don't forget to take some time out of your busy schedule to really sit back and get in touch with yourself. And, we're going over to the Coaches Corner, and after that, we're going over to Clubhouse, and we just appreciate y'all. Okay. Absolutely. We appreciate y'all. So don't forget to go back and listen to the broadcast if you missed some things, and also to share out this broadcast with your friends or people that need to be inspired. Don't forget that. But and remember this is your time. This is your season. This is your turning point. So have a great rest of your day.
She want a plane ticket.
Great. Where we going? Where are we going?
We're international, baby.
Later, y'all.